It speaks out against all the things that's going on in the world, and he makes a statement. We got to talk about that. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, the Cash App, and the Patreon family. We working. Head over to my Patreon right now. We working. I got a lot of stuff that I'm working on, and I'm going to shift some of that stuff to the Patreon YouTube channel member side of things, giving everybody fair warning. We already worked on something last week. It'll be unveiled this week, and should be good times. Patreon link in the description. YouTube channel member, just hit the join button right next to the subscribe button beneath this video. Now let's get into it. Canelo Alvarez verified account, 6.7 million followers. This is what he posted. This is one of his sparring partners who happens to be African American, and you see him smiles, and this is what Canelo put, and I'm gonna show y'all. And he tagged the I was gonna say opponent, but he tagged the sparring partner. So just so you guys know, Canelo Alvarez, Google Translate. We'll go here, boom. He says, no to racism. We all deserve the same treatment. Latinos suffer from the same, and this has got to stop. So he's saying Black Lives Matter, black and brown unity. In times like this, they share the same struggle, and something got to give. And you see he's, with the African American sparring partner, and he also has the Canelo shirt on. So, that's the great thing about real boxing and real boxers. Boxing is a brotherhood. It's a fraternity. And I respect this from Canelo. This is not the first time. It's funny that it's not the first time Canelo has said something since this whole George Floyd situation has happened. And I respect Canelo. He has a big following, and respect him already as a fighter, but just for doing this, because at times like this, you get to see what's real and who's real. And Canelo Alvarez could easily disappear. He got millions of dollars. He got a crazy deal with DAZN. He's living a life. Look, he trained in a Louis Vuitton shirt, so he could easily forget where he came from, look at what's going on, and not make any statements. So it's very impactful to see people with the presence on social media, boxers as big as Canelo, saying that this is injustice, the threats and profiling against black and brown people has got to stop, and showing that we should all be unified. I like it. I love it. Shout out to Canelo Alvarez. I really don't have much else to say. This is not the first time that Canelo has done this, since this whole thing kicked off. I hope everyone's being safe in your cities or wherever you guys are at. And, just be safe, be responsible, protest, but be peaceful, and, really get your point across. If you do things the right way, you have a better chance of getting your point across. But shout out to Canelo Alvarez. He said this is inhumane. Look, he posted this, and he said this was inhumane, and then now he's following that up. And again, this is great. Unfortunately, there are some people in the black community that are fighters that are popular, and they haven't really ever in their whole careers used their platform to make statements like this, and also other people of color, black, brown, or whatever. So I encourage everybody, listen, at a time like this, with everything that's going on, who cares what people think? You know what I'm saying? People are so worried. I get it, your brand, money, you don't want to ruffle feathers, but people got to get off of that. I don't want anyone to be a part of my movement, Ego's Army, and the Boxing Ego brand if you don't want to be here. I'm not holding people captive. And if you have ignorance and hate and racism in your heart, and you advocate for these double standards, I could care less about you, because that's not my crowd. That's not a crowd that I choose to entertain. That's not what I want associated with me. And, therefore, this has been easy for me. I've always separated myself from that. And everything that you see going on right now with new media and everything going on in the world, new media we set up shop in boxing for this reason. And look at old media. They look crazy right now. They tell you every time I make a video, they say, oh, he's pulling the race card. Oh, this doesn't really exist. But you see what's going on from city to city in different states and different, countries even. And people are tired of it and they're fed up. And you see this as a real issue. So now old media, I told you this was going to be very hard. There's going to be a hardship that a lot of old media probably won't be able to endure. That's just what it is. Because at the end of the day, how do you justify it? You got popular fighter like Canelo who sees it. So it's no longer can you say, oh, new media is lying. This race stuff don't even happen. They're just pulling the race card. You can't ignore it, because if I was just pulling the race card, then how is this stuff that's happening in every city? How is it happening? You think none of those are boxing fans out there? People who are antagonizing the protesters and stuff like that. Of course they are. That's how we got work to do, and there's real life issues. So shout out to Canelo for using his brand and really just being a real one and using his clout and his like I said, his platform to speak on that. I wish more people would do that and fear less of losing a sponsorship. I mean, I don't see how you would lose a sponsorship for saying Black Lives Matter or saying the injustice and police brutality against black and brown is disproportionate, especially black people getting killed at an alarming rate. That's not a bad thing. You're just bringing awareness. We bring awareness to any other cause in America, breast cancer, or if you're Jewish and you have relatives or ancestors who endured the Holocaust, right? You're free to talk about these troubled times and what you or your people went through. But in America, people act like it's a crime to stand and back the black community and the black cause when things like this arise. But now it looks like a lot of people are just fed up and they're saying their piece. And you see Canelo, he's being a true champion right here. He's being a true champion, using his platform for some good and trying to at least lessen racial tension and say, yo, that's not what it is. That's not the way. It's inhumane. And I respect him for that. No matter what decision. See, I look at fighters on a case-by-case basis. I have criticisms for Canelo, just like any other fighter. There's nobody who's above that. But I also give credit objectively for a job well done. And this is true championship behavior. I don't know if he's tweeting it or if he's getting someone. It don't matter. He's using his platform and it's getting done. Meanwhile, you have certain people who aren't speaking out. And I think that's your silence is what leads to future violence, because people aren't being held accountable for their actions. So shout out to Canelo, shout out to Floyd Mayweather. He just said he's going to pay for, they're doing multiple funerals for Big Floyd, right? And he said he's willing to pay for him. And from what I understand, the family has accepted, and they said, we accept your offer. So appreciate Floyd Mayweather at a time like this. Appreciate Canelo. This is bigger than boxing. This is about humanity. This is about people. This is about equality, civil rights, the whole nine. So true champion behavior from Canelo. He says he's down for La Raza. He said Latinos experience the same type of discrimination, black people going through it. And, I ain't about that. So he's taking a stand. There's a lot of companies. I've seen HBO, Netflix, and the various companies. They're all taking a stand. So it's now becoming fashionable to be fair and be partial and, have a heart for everything that new media has stood for and been saying from the beginning. So this is a great time that people are coming together and unifying to fight the evils. It's really all I got to say. Appreciate Canelo for being a true champion and leading by example. He's always been mature, so I really expect nothing less from Canelo, but I'm just going to keep rewarding fighters who are doing it doing it right. And we've seen guys like Deontay Wilder stand up and say, yo, people too. I love it. And I want more fighters you take punches for a living, right? Somebody is in the ring trying to kill you. trying to take your head off, and you worried about losing a brand deal, a lot of fighters, they got to get their stuff together. You know, they got to get their stuff together, like from a business perspective, because I don't see how at a time like this you would do anything other than what Wilder has done, what Floyd has done, what Canelo is doing right here. You see what I'm saying? And use your platform for some good. You know, and it's crazy that a lot of people, they wait till the coast is clear. We see it. A lot of people, old media, they denounce everything that I've said. Everything that's going on in the world is what new media has stood for in the boxing game. And they denounced it. They say, oh, you're pulling the race card. Oh, you blacks are crying and stuff like that. And then now all of a sudden people are like, hey, have a heart, and switching sides and all types of stuff like that. Now when it's cool, that's what cowards do. Cowards wait till the people on the front line make it cool or fashionable, and they wait until the threat is reduced or gone and the enemy retreats. And then now when the coast is clear, all of a sudden they got something to say. But new media, just know this brand right here, we was right there, ground zero. When the enemy was, you know, at his peak, we stood there and we fought for what was right. We talked about what was right, and we communicated these thoughts. So I just want to say thank you to Canelo Alvarez. I'm gonna wrap this video up. Let me know what you guys think. Canelo Alvarez, 10 toes down, gotta respect it. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. We working. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.